Google Analytics is one of the most popular tools available in the market for tracking website and app performance. Now, Google Analytics has been in the market for a really long time, and it's pretty much become the go-to standard for looking at website analytics. There are multiple tools in the market, but a lot of people, including me, swear by Google. So today we're going to learn how to set up Google Analytics on your WordPress website. Let's begin. So first we are going to go to our WordPress website, and I'll show you that we don't have any analytics plugin or anything installed. So there's basically two ways that you can set it up. One way is typical WordPress fashion. You can install a plugin that will help you expedite the process of setting up Google Analytics, and the other is the natural way of adding the tag that is required in the header of your website. On the WordPress website, I want you to go to analytics.google.com, and this is what welcome screen looks like. Now we will be setting it up, so you can go ahead and click on start measuring. Now here in this setup, it is going to ask you for how do you want to set up an account. Now if you have multiple websites already set up, this is not the process that you will see. I'll also come back to that process a little later. So this is for someone who's not set up your Google Analytics at all. So let's go ahead, set up an account name. This can be anything. It's just for you to understand what the account does. There are multiple options, so you can keep them either checked, uncheck it, it's not a problem. Property name details, now this is required. I'll put it as the website name that I am going to use with it. Reporting time zone, since I'm based in India, I'll keep India as the reporting time zone. So you can also set it to US or any other country based on the location of your website, or you can also do it based on where your audience is primarily coming from. Now I know this is slightly early, but the best thing would be to set it up with your local time zone. Currency again, you can set it up to your local currency and hit next. And when you come to the next part, it's asking you for business details. Now mine is a tech-based website. There are multiple ones you can have. If yours is finance based in the finance sector, you can have finance, computers and electronics, business and industrial, book, literature, auto vehicles, so that it basically Google Analytics will give you different pre-configured filters that you can use. I'm currently a very small business size, so 1 to 10 employees. After you've selected that, which is appropriate to your website, you can hit next. Now this comes, now Google then asks you about your business objectives. So this is pretty straightforward. It's just so that it can set up dashboards for you and you can get started with it very quickly. Generate leads. So if you are in the business of, or rather if you're using your website to generate leads, you can check this and Google's going to set that up accordingly. If you're an e-commerce player, you can have online sales. For me, it's generate leads, raise brand awareness primarily, examine user behavior. I think it's something you can check as well, because at the end of the day, you would want to know how users or readers are interacting with your website. It also mentions app. I'll also show you how you can add your app there. Now get baseline reports is also an option, but if you were to check this, all the others get unchecked. So I'll just show you that as well. You cannot do that. My objective is pretty sorted, so I'm going to go ahead and then you need to hit create. You've got your standard terms of service agreement. You can choose it based on, you can go through it based on the country. You can go ahead and accept it. Now once you've done it, Google has set up the website and it's asking you to choose a platform from which you would want to get data. So like I said, if you want to collect data for an app, that is also possible here. So Google basically gives you three options: a web, Android app, or an iOS app. I'm primarily a website guy. I only have a website, so that's what I'm going to select. It's asking you for the URL, so I'll just quickly grab my URL and paste it here. You need to remember that HTTPS is already here, so you'll have to put in the website URL only after the /. You can have a stream name Now this is just for your convenience, for you to know what website is getting tracked. You can be very specific about it. You can mention it just so that you're clear when you're looking at it. I'll hit create stream. And now, as you can see, Google Analytics has set up a stream here. Now that the stream is set up, you have to now add it to your website so that you will be able to track it properly. So this tag needs to be added. Now there are different ways of doing it. You can, at the top itself, it suggests that it's not active right now. So it's giving you instructions on how you can do it. Now there are two ways, like I said right at the start of the video, there are two ways how you can add Google Analytics to your WordPress. One is installing it manually, and second is using a plugin. So for example, let's go ahead and select a platform. Now, if you are a news publisher and you have a different platform, say for example, you're based on Drupal, or say even if you have Quintype, for example, you can set that up. Apart from that, if you're WordPress based on Shopify, that's available there as well. WooCommerce plugins, even hosting partners have their own custom instructions here. So GoDaddy, Wix, all of these are available. Now, if you don't have any of this and you want to go the plugin route, I would recommend you to use the Monster Insights plugin, and you can click on that and set it up. So if you were to click it, you would get all the instructions of how you can go ahead and add the Google Analytics code using Monster Insights onto your WordPress website. I'm going to show the manual method of doing it. It's just so that everyone can go ahead and do that without having to add an additional theme. Now when you click install manually, this is the Google tag code that is available, and you need to add it to your website. So you can quickly press on this copy button right over here. Now that I've copied the code from Google Analytics, I'll quickly head over to my panel, go to appearance, then scroll down to theme file editor. Now over here, you will need to look for the header, the theme header. It's a header.php, and this is where you need to add your code. So just before the /head, you can hit an enter, Command V or Control V. You can paste your tag. The tag is done, and I can hit update file. So the file has been added successfully. Now this step might vary based on the theme you're using. Some might ask you for additional permissions, or it won't really be possible to edit the parent file. So at the end of the day, you have to add this code in the head of the PHP file. So you will have to find a way around it. Most themes do give you the option to update it right away. So now that I've updated it, I'm going to go back to Google Analytics. Now, as you can see, the test qualifies, and that's it. That's how we've set up Google Analytics on our WordPress website.